Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bulldog Show. I'm Darrell Allen, along with Thomasville High School head football coach Jonathan DeLay. Dogs opened last week, getting set to open the playoffs this week against Bacon County at home. Coach, talk a little bit about the open week and the kind of things you guys try to get done.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically the same as a couple weeks ago. The only thing that was a little bit different, we were really focused on details right now. I mean, you're going in the playoffs, you got to be real detail-oriented. But, we try to create some depth, work on our fundamentals, and get healthy. And I thought we did a good job of that last week. Wednesday, we actually got run off the field by a thunderstorm in November. But we had a good scrimmage Thursday morning, and, we finished the week strong. Now it's on to the real football season. So we're excited to, one, be in the playoffs, but two, have an opportunity to play at home this week.
Yeah, because when we started, way back during the offseason, when we started getting ready for this year, this was the week we wanted to be playing.
Oh, yeah. You want to be playing this week, and you want to be playing this week at home. And that's where we're at right now. And, when you talk about playoff football, this will be our seniors' 11th playoff game. So when you're building a program, you want to play in as many playoff games as possible, because that's just an extra week for your younger guys to get to practice, that you have that advantage when they get to be juniors and seniors, that they've had that extra practice going into this time. So, we're real thankful to be here, but we're looking forward to going and doing everything we can to go win on Friday night.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about Bacon County here in a few minutes, but our region, 5 teams in the playoffs, 4 of them seeded high enough to host games.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty impressive.
That is, it's a tough region. There's some really good teams in it, and but we knew that going into the year, and so that's why that every region game you play is going to be a tough one. Just like every playoff game is going to be a tough one. Everybody's good now, so it's a team that focuses on the details that gets it right.
All right, Coach, and we'll come back and talk about Bacon County in just a minute. Before we do that, we've got 3 dogs we want to meet this morning, and 3 guys that real special to this football program.
Yeah, we got Ant and Hunter and Bryce in there, and looking forward to what those guys have to say. 3 real integral parts to our program. We've been able to showcase 9 guys now on the show this week or this year, and it's just it's awesome that you've got that many that can come on here and tell about themselves, tell about the team, and that's just a testament to our team and our seniors, especially this year, what kind of leaders they are. 3 great guys, 3 great players. Looking forward to what they have to say.
And when you enter the playoffs, Coach, I always think this is the time for the seniors. This is when you're building your legacy. This is when you're going to leave your mark.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's when people come back and see those years on the board or whatever, it's about, all right, well, who was that senior class?
Right.
Oh, that's where they start. And then you got other guys that are on the team as well, but it starts with those seniors.
All right, I tell you what, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We're going to introduce you to those 3 football players, and then after that, Coach and I will be back with a scouting report on Bacon County.
We all love a beautiful lawn, but did you know that what you use on your yard can end up in our waterways? Excess fertilizers and pesticides, even yard debris like trimmings and leaves, can flow right into our storm drains. And guess what? Anything that goes down those drains flows untreated into our local streams, rivers, and lakes. So, let's keep our lawns beautiful without disrupting our storm drains and ruining our waterways. Use fertilizers and pesticides sparingly and keep those yard clippings out of the streets. Remember, Thomasville, where storm water flows, everything goes.
All right, welcome back to the Bulldog Show. Here with 3 Bulldog football players. First of all, let me introduce these guys to you. First one, number 7, Ann Anderson. And let me give some of your stats for the year to this point. This is through 9 games, since we didn't have the one game, don't have the one game statistically. 65 carries, 574 yards, 8.8 average. That's pretty good. 8 touchdowns. You've also got 5 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown. And I told you before the show, did you know that on Friday night we call you the A-Train, and the A-Train Anderson, because you never stop running. You're always trying to move. All right, and most of our this year our running backs been by committee with you and Levante and Leland. You've rushed for over 1,100 yards as a group, 22 touchdowns. Talk about playing with those guys and the companionship y'all have.
It's fun. We got a brotherhood, and we communicate, and we know how to keep our rotation going good, and we just know how to play ball and talk to each other.
Okay, and you're obviously a senior this year, and we're getting ready to hit the playoffs. What does that mean to you now as we hit the playoffs?
To have fun and play 5 more games with my brothers.
There you go. All right, now talk about after high school. What do you plan to do?
I plan to play college football and hopefully make it to the NFL.
Okay, all right. So, all right. No, the second one, number 28, Hunter Blanning. Hunter, kind of hybrid tight end wingback. Hunter, and you told me before the show started that you love to block.
Yes, sir.
So that's the thing you do most of all that's good for you.
Yes, sir. help him score, help all the running backs, keep protection, just help us win the game.
All right, key member of our offense unit. Hunter, you played on the team as a freshman and went to the state championship, then to the third round, last year to the second round. Talk about getting to the playoffs and what that means to you.
It means a lot for this team, just the connection to build with each other and just to keep going. I'm a senior. We've already been down one game, and hopefully we can just play 5 more and finish it.
All right, very good. All right, and then we also have with us number 53, Bryce Metcalf, offensive lineman. Bryce, offensive line boy. You know, when you talk about teamwork, an offensive lineman gets the least recognition, and when the offense does something good, the running backs and the quarterbacks and the wide receivers and tight ends, they get all the credit. But it doesn't work without you guys, does it?
No, sir, they don't.
Talk about being a member of that group and working together.
We gotta communicate and gotta make sure we get everything right and talk about who we blocking and help them score.
Okay. Now talk about we head into the playoffs. Now talk about being a senior and what do seniors need to do to lead this football team?
We clean up the locker room. We do all the little things right, so we can do big things on Fridays.
That's exactly right. All right, guys, we're going to do what we call a rapid fire round. I'm going to ask you a question, and you just talk about the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay? All right, Ant, your favorite subject in school and why?
Art, because I like to draw and paint.
All right, very good. You're kind of talented in that way.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very good. Wouldn't have known that about you, Hunter.
Be the weightlifting class.
You like weightlifting? Okay.
It's a good time you get to build with your brothers.
Okay, good bonding experience. Okay, Bryce.
I love science.
Science. Why you like science? What about science interests you?
I like nature and like animals and stuff like that. So,
Okay. Now, what do you plan? I didn't ask you guys. What are you planning to do after you graduate?
I plan on going to Albany State for early childhood education.
Okay, Hunter. What about you? I didn't ask you either.
Playing college football at
Okay.
the next level. Just
Okay.
Continuing that.
What do you want? Anything in particular you want to study, or you haven't got to that point yet?
Business,
Okay.
finance.
All right, perfect. All right, Hunter, your favorite meal now. If you came home and they said, "Hey, what would you like for supper tonight?" and you could have anything you wanted, what would you tell them?
A big steak.
Big steak. All right, me too. I'm with you. Bryce,
10-piece buffalo wing,
buffalo. I like that too. So
fries.
okay. All right, Ant,
Some ramen noodles.
ramen noodles. Okay. And I figured you definitely would have been a steak guy. I don't know why I would have thought that, but I thought you definitely would have been. All right, Bryce, best part about being on the football team. What's the best part about being a team member of the Bulldogs?
The brotherhood we have and
Now, when you talk about brotherhood, what does that mean?
we all get along with each other and we always plan and when it's time to lock in, we lock in.
Okay. And what about you? What do you like best about being a Bulldog?
Being able to meet new people and be myself around people.
Okay, Hunter.
The community it comes with, the like he said, brotherhood, the connection we all have for each other, the fact that you get a call in the morning every morning knowing your brother's got your back, make sure you're on time, make sure everybody's with each other, doing everything right.
Okay. All right. What type of music do you like now? Before the ball games, I see you guys walking around with the headsets in your ears and all. What would we find you listening to if we went to look at your music selection?
Some J-Dot.
Jedi. Okay.
J-Dot.
Okay. All right, Hunter.
King Vaughn,
All right, Kenny Vaughn. What kind of music is that? I'm still a George Jones fan. Okay.
rap music.
Rap. Okay. Okay. Bryce.
Young Thug and Gunna and Future.
All right. All that is that rap too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, what about the music Coach DeLay plays for y'all during practice? Is that pretty good stuff? He got a pretty good music selection. Y'all like that?
Yes, sir.
We getting the Christmas.
Oh yeah, we get the Christmas.
Yeah, we get
music
Christmas
going.
jams.
Jingle bells.
Jingle
Yeah, okay.
bells.
All right. All right, guys. And we always look forward to the answers you give on this question right here. If you're going to war and you were told you could take one person with you, going into a tough situation, Hunter, who would you take?
Probably my dad.
Your dad? Okay, why?
He's always been there for me, just
Yeah.
help me be as a man. If we're going into a situation like that, he'd be the person that I could trust.
I know your dad, and that'd be a good choice. Okay, Bryce.
My brother Jalen Walden.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my guy.
Why would you pick him?
Like you said last time he was on here, we've been through a lot together.
Okay. All right, what about you, Ant?
Tyler Hayes.
Tyler, okay, why would you do that?
Because we been close since we was little, and then we just grew up together, and we
Okay.
just built a brotherhood and a bond.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you. I want to thank you guys for being here today as we wind down the regular season season portion of the schedule is over with. Now we're moving to the playoffs, and as a senior class, your legacy will be how well do you do in the playoffs. That's what people are going to remember. They think about you 4, 5, 6 years from now, they're going to say, boy, those guys made this deep a run, or they did this, or they did that. So we're behind you. Good luck to you. And I tell you what, I believe we got 5 more games to play.
Yes,
I
sir.
really do. All right, and we're going to first round of the playoff game will be this Friday out at the stadium, and we'll be back to talk with Coach Slade and get a scouting report on the Bacon County Raiders. We'll do that after this timeout.
Did you know there are over 3,000 stormwater drains throughout the city of Thomasville? That's right, and we're on a mission to keep them clean and clear. We've teamed up with local organizations to mark these drains as a friendly reminder. No dumping of trash and yard debris. Why? Because anything that goes down these drains flows untreated into our local streams, rivers, and lakes. Let's keep our water pure and our city beautiful. Remember, where storm water flows, everything goes.
All right, back on the Bulldog Show. Good job by those guys, Coach. And you know what always impresses me is, especially this year, each week when they come in, they talk about the camaraderie on that football team.
And that was something that was big for us in the off season going in, was building connection, and they really have. I mean, the team genuinely loves being around each other. You know, Coach Troop actually said it yesterday before practice. He's like, we got to keep winning because I just love being around these kids. And I made a comment. I said, yeah, they're silly sometimes, but when it's time to work, they work. And that's part of, you know, liking who you work with. I mean, those kids, they like each other. They like cutting up with each other. But when it's time to go, it's time to go. And they do a really good job. And those 3 did a great job today. You know, that might be why Ann only weighs what he does, though. His favorite meal is ramen noodles. So, but that's all right.
I got a feeling he'd eat whatever you put in front of
He
him.
will.
Yeah. All right, so Coach, let's move ahead and talk about the playoff game this week. 8 o'clock kickoff out of the stadium as the Bacon County Raiders come to call out of our region. Obviously, we didn't play them early in the year, so it's a chance to hook up with them coming up this Friday night. Again, they're a good football team, but they wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Yeah, really good football team. You know, they did, especially in their non-region play. They're an at-large bid, and you know they've got some explosive players. You know, they do a really good job in their shotgun wing tee, getting the ball on the perimeter. And they do a really, really good job in their play-action passing game. So we've really focused on that this week. We really think they're going to try to attack us throwing the ball. So we've really focused on how we're going to attack defensively that play-action game. Defensively, they're a 4-3 scheme. They're very aggressive. They love to blitz. We're going to have to do a good job handling that blitz and getting the ball into the open areas that we need to get it to, so we can go and be explosive. But for us to win this ball game, the deal is this. On offense, we got to have great ball security. We got to maximize every single rep because they may try to eat the clock. And then we got to communicate and execute. Defensively, we got to have great eye discipline. And then we've got to play with great pad level, tackling, and pursuit to the ball, play the ball in the air when it goes there. And then the special teams unit, we've got to have the best special teams play we've had all year. And you know, it's like we always say on here, you want to be better every week. We're trying to be better than we were 2 weeks ago and go and win this game to make it to the second round.
And, you know, Coach, when you talk about the playoffs, obviously the power rankings, all that regular season gets all that set up. But when we kick that ball off Friday night, that's not going to matter.
No. We've got 5 one-game seasons left.
Right.
We're guaranteed 1 game. That's it.
Right.
All right, and we've got to take this week and this Friday like it's the only game that matters in the season, because it is. All right. Doing all the little stuff right in preparation, doing all the little stuff right during the game will allow us to go 1-0 Friday night and have an opportunity to play next week.
Because we play through the years, especially since you've been here, we play some really big-time playoff games. So play some big games at home. That's such a special atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, at home is a special place, and that's one of the things this week, especially to our fans, that I want everybody that is a Thomasville fan in Thomasville in that stadium Friday night, because our kids deserve it. Right. Our kids are going to give this city, this town, this school, every single thing that they've got. They deserve to have the home field advantage and the support of this town behind them. And we've seen it before. We've seen Thomasville in the playoffs, how both sides are packed. The home stands are packed. The visitor stands are packed. The railing down there on Jackson Street's packed. That's what I want this to be. It's a first-round game, but we need that home field advantage. We need as many folks from Thomasville out there barking on Friday night.
All right, so Bacon County comes to call. 8 o'clock kickoff out at the stadium on Friday night. First round of the state playoffs. And Coach and I will be back with the highlights of that game next week.